Hey everybody, MotorPoet59 here to talk a little bit about another of my idiot governor's bills that he signed. This one, the number of which I don't recall, but in California, you can now write off your union dues. Not just write them off. Union dues have always been tax deductible. I deducted mine every year for my entire career, but there's a difference between a tax deduction and a tax credit. And I really didn't understand that difference until my sister explained it to me. She used to be an accountant. But the tax credit is a much bigger deal. And some union dues, my union dues when I retired were about $120 a month, I believe. There are unions out there whose union dues are 5-6 times that. Some union dues are incredibly expensive. And now the taxpayers in California are going to get stuck paying union dues for people. We've been paying union dues for government workers for a long time. I don't know if I've ever done a video on it, but I don't think if you work for the federal or state government that you should be allowed to be in a union. But that's just my opinion. I don't think that the American taxpayer should be on the hook for anything beyond what they already have to fork out on their taxes for government employees. But that's just my opinion. I think that this tax credit thing is BS. I am not a big fan of unions. During my Southern Pacific days, I was the president of my local. I was really involved in the union in my younger days. And I was the president of the Brotherhood of Railroad Signalmen, Local 104, which didn't even exist when I retired. I got rid of it because it was just folded into a bigger local. But I was the president of that local from 1988 until 1994, when I resigned in disgust once I figured out what that union was really all about. And it's just like all unions. These unions are no longer about members, they're about membership. That's all they're about. They are no different than the businesses they purport to protect the workers from. And now we've got these unions who charge these people dues. And now that the government is essentially going to start paying their union dues for them, or the taxpayer, I should say. And it's like when you get a tax deduction for your income taxes, all that does is lower your tax liability, like all your other deductions do. And hey, take advantage of that. But the tax credit is essentially the taxpayer paying for something, and that is it's a handout is what it is, and it is a means of pandering to union members for votes. Most union members, the vast majority of union members, and all unions support Democrats, all unions I've ever heard of. And that was another thing that I disagreed with. Even when I was the president of the local, I disagreed with a lot of the union upper guys in the union way up above me in Grand Lodge and all that, because they were all a bunch of liberal Democrats. And after I resigned from the union, I used to tell guys, it's union this and union that. I used to tell them, has the union ever signed your paycheck? Have they ever paid any of your bills? Have they, our union sold us down the river in every contract from 1996 till the day I retired. And did they have their place at one time in a good function? Yeah, they did, but it hasn't been for a long time. And now California taxpayers get to pay union dues for union members that are represented by unions with whom they vehemently disagree or whatever. It doesn't matter. The taxpayers shouldn't be footing the bill for union dues anywhere at any time. What do you think about that? I know that my opinion of unions isn't very popular sometimes, even among Republicans who think their unions are the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I don't feel that way about unions. How about you? Let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content, and we'll see you all later.